Dylon. Well, here we go. After a little bit of an adventure, I went ahead and got my truck stuck in a pretty significant ditch right there. It's snowing. I got it out of the ditch after about, what, 30 minutes? So now we're heading in. Dylan was in here yesterday with a friend, Steve Nash. You guys found how many?
11 bulls. So we got in on 11 bulls, probably like, I think final count was 45 plus herd elk. A couple spikes, a couple raghorns, but got in on a group of 8 nice mature bulls, some 5s, some 6s. Close the distance to between 65 yards, and the beauty of public land hunting, somebody comes up right from below them and busts them all out of there before we can get a shot off. So hopefully we can get back up on here. We know where they come back to feed, so hopefully we can get up here, relocate them. At the very least, get back on these herd elk where those smaller raghorns were. This is realistically the last shot we got.
I was gonna say at the very least we get my truck out of here when we get home. So, but we go from there, see what happens. Looks like a couple, 2 or 3 inches of new snow. Dylan was in here yesterday morning and left because it was snowing so hard they couldn't see. So it's currently snowing right now, but the forecast was that it was supposed to lift. And I think I can see some sunlight breaking through, so wish us luck. Here we go. Well, that didn't take long. Maybe another minute. We're walking, and we spotted some elk. We got 2 elk up here on the hillside. Dylan says they're exactly where they were yesterday. That's really good news. There were 2 small bulls with that group. Not the big mature bulls, but I don't care. All right, so the elk that we spotted it's a group of 5 that we can see, but there's 2 small bulls in there. That's a bull right there. That's a bull. Oh no, is it? Come on, focus. Yeah, there's a bull. And then this guy behind the tree right there is a bull as well. Those are those same 2 small 4s. Little guys and then a bunch of cows. That's exciting though, man.
We're back in on them, dude.
Okay. It's like, I don't care if they're big or small. I want to eat them.
They're a little bit higher than where we left them off, but dude, elk are elk.
Yep. This guy behind the tree right there is a bull as well.
Those are those same 2 small 4s.
Little guys and then a bunch of cows. Those elk are on that spine. Probably about 1,000 yards from us right now. We've just been climbing this really steep face, about a foot in the open, 18 in the trees where it hasn't been blown away. A lot of fresh snow.
I mean, even since yesterday, we got like 5-6 inches of new snow.
So we're just gonna try to climb so we can look over this way where Dylan saw the bigger bulls yesterday. See if they're there. If not, we're going after these 2 raggers and maybe a spike. So it's good. That was some big stuff.
Bro, that's so nasty.
Yikes. We just popped out right here to look over, see if we can see the guys that we're after. And it doesn't, the topography and the trees don't let us see. So I was just walking back over here and I looked across way up there in that little clearing, and there's 2 bulls right in the middle of the screen. They look a lot like that. There's 2 raggers. One's a rag 5 and the other's a rag 4. But that's where Dylan had the big bulls yesterday. So we're trying to figure out what we want to do, because those 2 bulls aren't bigger than the other bulls that are right here. And they're about, I don't know, they're probably a mile away from here right now. So I'm trying to put together a plan. But we just climbed. Man, that was a nightmare climbing up out of the bottom. The snow is so deep. That It's two raggers. One's a rag 5 and the other's a rag 4. She had the youth any bull tag.
There you go.
All kinds of tracks all over right here. So we're gonna see what we can do. Maybe we'll see a bull. Well, we picked up those tracks and we started walking right on them. Dude, we walked right up onto the herd. And if you can see me snacking on that, you already know what happened. The fact that we have a fire going suggests that we did not shoot a bull, but instead they bumped. A not so clear shot at like 85 yards. And a calf, as he was moving, it was a raghorn, like a 4-point. As he was moving through the trees, a calf stepped right in front of him just as I was about to let go. So, that sucks. They were like 85, 90 yards, something like that. So, Dylan and I are gonna snack. He gave me some circus animals. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think I've had them since I was like 4 years old. But they're so good up here. We're gonna dry out a little bit, have some lunch, and then we've got those 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 over there that we've seen so far?
3 bulls.
3 bulls. 3 bulls. A 5x6, and then 2 small. A rag 5 and a rag 4, I think. So they're like a mile and a half away. So we're gonna go see if we can kill one of them, or maybe 2. Biggest bull of the day. Looks like he's missing a 3rd on his right side, but he's a quality bull for any bull unit. I mean, we got to get this guy killed. He's with 3 other bulls, correct? That we can tell. There's probably a few more. We can't see very much.
Feeding out, yeah.
So we've got our stuff up there. Had a big fire, warmed up. Looked over for a second and thought, you know what? Oh my goodness! Look at that bull elk.
He a big one.
He's missing his 3rd on his right
nice.
side, but you can't even tell this, but we're literally looking through windows like that to find him way over there.
That's a good whale tail on his left side.
Yeah, he's a good looking bull. He's literally just over a mile, 1.17 as the crow flies. It's now what time, D?
Almost 2.
So we got a boogie.
Oh, it just turned 1.
Oh, just turned on. Oh, thank you,
We got
daylight
plenty of time.
savings. See, his 3rd is awesome on his left.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's literally missing, or it's broken off. See how it's just a big old beam?
Is he eating the bark off the quakey?
Yep. Yeah, no 3rd. Pretty good beams. Remember, this is an over-the-counter bull. Let's go kill him.
What's the rate now?
The snow is 2 feet deep here. We've got that big 300 bull. He's better than 300, but I don't know exactly how big because he's got a missing or broken 3rd. So we're dumping off. Our plan originally was to skirt around. Look at this. And try to maintain elevation, but that's just not realistic because the snow is so deep. We were fighting it so much. So we're gonna dump off and climb back up. It'll be half the distance and hopefully provides an opportunity. All right, I just checked. Onyx, and we are 0.76 miles out from these bulls. They're on their feet and feeding through that slope. So deep. The snow is very deep, and we just bailed. We just dropped about 1,000 vert. And we have to climb it, gain it all right back to get up and shoot these guys. Because right now they're at 3/4 of a mile. I can't do anything with what we have with muzzle loaders. So we still have a long ways to go, but we're much closer than we were. There's the bull we call Broken Bull. He's a 5-point, but he's broken on his right.
threes. It might just be in line with his main beam. Is he busted? Oh yeah, we filmed him up there busted.
I don't think he ever grew it. It's just too smooth. It's a beautiful bull.
Look at that back end.
He's got long beams. His right side's not quite as good as his left, but his fronts are good. He's over 300 for sure.
Just waiting for him to turn.
If he snapped it off, he snapped it off clean with his beam. Because there's not even a bump there. I found a shed once on the Wasatch. It looked just like that, just no third.
Oh yeah. Yeah, watch, he's got a brow tine on that spike side.
Got a broken third.
He's crazy looking. I would love that bull.
He's so cool. Come on, look over here.
Yeah, see, you can barely see it. Tiny, tiny.
Really short.
Yeah, tiny, tiny.
That's 9 bulls on his face. I just wanted the big spike by 5. He's like 250. Can't get a range. Ooh, that was tough. We hiked all the way over here, basically 2.5, 3 miles. We had the big spike by 5. He's a goofy bull, but he's a big mature bull. Had him at 240, and he stepped behind a tree, so we quickly moved positions to try to get a better angle. And Dylan was gonna shoot him. And that freaking bull stepped right into a big old patch of pines. So we never even had a chance. And now it's almost dark. Oh, and then so we kept going, thinking, well, we'll just get up on top. The wind was really good. The second we hit the top, the wind switched and went straight to where all those bedded bulls were. So I went just hoping that maybe somehow the wind had corrected and didn't make it to them by the time it traveled that far up the hill. Wrong. I got to their beds, and sure enough, they had all jumped up and run straight up and over. So Dylan is actually trailing that spike by 5, and we separated about 45 minutes ago. So I'm gonna turn the radio on and see if I can get a hold of him. But I'm heading down. I'm starving and thirsty, and it has been a long day and lots of snow. So anyhow, we were close, man. We were so close. And by the way, my truck is stuck still. So I just sent some messages, and I hope we have some takers that can come up and help, because otherwise it's going to be a long night. I got to be at work in the morning too.